we will go to deal about the tissue system. So tissue system is divided into two categories. First one is a meristematic tissue. This tissue or the cells present in this tissue undergo division throughout their life. And another one type is a permanent tissue. The permanent tissue do not have a power of division. So this permanent tissue again differentiated into simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. When the tissue system is made up of only a single component or one type of cell, then it is called as a simple tissue, while the tissue when composed more than one type of cell, then it is called as a complex tissue. So xylem or phloem are the example of a complex tissue, while parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, these are the examples of the simple permanent tissue. Today we will deal about the simple permanent tissue, and it is a collenchyma. So just see, this is these are the some figures we showing the collenchyma type of the cell. So this one is a transverse section of the collenchyma type of the cell. This is a longitudinal section. If you observe here, these are the actually cells containing the cell wall, prominent nucleus present, all the cell organelles are also present along with vacuole also. So again these are the figures of the collenchyma. This is a actual vacuole, then prominent nucleus. Just see the wall thickening present in the collenchyma type of the cell, the nucleus. Again, if you see this one figure, the nucleus is present, cytoplasm, then vacuole, primary cell wall, and these are the thickenings present in a collenchyma type of the cell. Again some figures. In collenchyma there are actually three kinds are present. First one is the angular collenchyma, then a lacunar collenchyma, and third one is a lamellar collenchyma. You can also see these figures again here. This one is a angular collenchyma, this is a annular, lamellar, and lacunar. Okay, just see some more figures representing the collenchyma type of the cell. This figure showing the transverse section of the dicot leaf. Okay, this is a upper epidermis, this one becomes the lower epidermis, the presence of the stomata. If you see this one region, then actually the vascular tissues are concentrated here. Xylem is present here. This is the portion where xylem is present, and this is the portion where phloem is present. This is a region of a collenchyma. So in the midrib region, usually at the margin side or at the peripheral side, such a type of a collenchyma type of the cells are present. This is upper epidermis, lower epidermis, in between both the epidermis, mesophyll type of cell present, and mesophyll type of cell consists of a palisade type of parenchyma and spongy type of parenchyma, which are abundant with the chloroplast performing the function of photosynthesis. So here these collenchyma type of the cells are present in the leaves. Actually collenchyma perform the mechanical function. Okay, it gives rigidity, strength to the plant organ. This one is a figure of a cucurbita petiole. Okay, this is actually transverse section. These are the vascular elements. Just see, this is the zone where collenchyma is present. Again, this is the zone of generally ridges and furrows or angular stem is present in cucurbita. At the places where ridge is present, here the collenchyma type of the cells are present at the peripheral side. So here collenchyma is present, here collenchyma is present, then rest of the tissue system is also present in this petiole. One more figure showing the nature of dicot stem. This is the region of epidermis. Okay, then this one is the region of a hypodermis, and this one is the region of general cortex. Okay, in dicot stem, this is a epidermis which is a protective one, and this epidermis follows a region of a hypodermis. Hypo means below and derma means skin. So the skin or the tissue system that is present below the epidermis is the hypodermis, and here this hypodermal region, this one zone, is formed by means of a collenchyma type of the cells. So in plant tissue system, these collenchyma type of the tissue are present in the stem, they are present in the leaves, as well as they are present in the petioles also. This one is again one more figure representing the three-dimensional structure of the leaf. This is a region of a upper epidermis. Just go through it. Upper epidermis, then palisade and spongy region. This is the zone of mesophyll tissue. Okay, this is a lower epidermis. On the epidermis, a layer of fatty substance called cutin is present, that is called as a cuticle. Minute pores present for aerial for the gaseous exchange called the stomata. This is the zone of vascular tissue system, which shows the zone of xylem and phloem. Then to the stoma or stomata, the guard cells are present which regulate the opening and closing of the stomata. So this one is the zone of vein region, because the vascular bundles are present only at the vein region, and this is the zone where collenchyma type of a tissue is present. So this is a three-dimensional structure of the leaf. You can also observe the section, the place of the section. This section is passing through the midrib region. So this is a midrib region where these collenchyma type of the cells are present. Just see about the collenchyma. So collenchyma is a mechanical tissue or a simple permanent tissue which are made up of living cells, and these cells are generally elongated, found mainly in the cortical region or pith region of the stem and leaves. Mainly not they are commonly present in the pith region, but they are commonly observed in the cortical region. Cortex itself is divided into three category: outer cortex, then middle cortex, and inner cortex. Here outer cortex is usually considered as a hypodermis, middle cortex is generally considered as a general cortex, and innermost layer of the cortex is generally considered as a endodermis. So the collenchyma found mainly in the cortex of the stem. Cortex of the stem, here outermost cortex, it is generally present in the hypodermal region. and it is also present in the leaves. Okay, if you observe the xerophytic type of the plants, these collenchyma are mostly present in the hypodermal region of the leaves. As well, they are present at the margins of the leaves also. Collenchyma tissue forms the fundamental or ground tissue in plants along with parenchyma and sclerenchyma. What is ground or fundamental tissue system? If you observe the tissue system present in the plant, then epidermal tissue system is one type. Then ground or fundamental tissue system is another one type, and vascular tissue system is the third one point. Epidermal tissue system generally forms the epidermis, which is a protective covering of the plant. Ground or fundamental tissue system are generally the region above the vascular bundle and region below the vascular bundle. The region above the vascular bundle is generally considered as a cortex region, while the region of the ground or fundamental tissue system that is present below or inside the vascular tissue system is generally considered as a region of pith. And vascular tissue system, this vascular tissue system is generally made up of from the vascular elements like xylem and phloem, which forms the vascular bundles among the plants. So if you see here, collenchyma tissue forms the fundamental or ground tissues in plant along with parenchyma and sclerenchyma. No doubt, parenchyma is the simple primary type of tissue which is present in the cortex region, pith region. Along with the collenchyma, one more simple permanent tissue called sclerenchyma is also present in the ground or fundamental tissue system. They are found below the epidermis. That means they are present in the hypodermal region or the outer layer of cells in young stem. Outer layer of cells, of course, after the epidermis and in the leaf veins of the plant. If you see, suppose such a type of a leaf is present, then generally this one is the vein. These are the subveins, and again veinlets are also present, but these vascular tissues are present at the venal region, and collenchyma tissues are also present in leaf veins of the plant, generally midrib region. Okay, while they are usually absent in the roots. So collenchyma type of tissue is absent in root. Collenchyma tissue is discovered by Scladen, the cell biologist, in 1839. Just see the characteristics of the collenchyma type of the tissue. These collenchyma varies in shape and size. Shape and size, they show difference. So it may be rounded, it may be elliptical, or it may be elongated. Cell wall is thick. Okay, cell wall is thick with the deposition of cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. These cells are non-lignified. Sclerenchyma is the next one simple permanent tissue, which is the lignified one, but parenchyma and collenchyma are non-lignified. So collenchyma type of the cells are formed by means of the cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectinous substances, or such a type of substances, chemical substances are deposited in the collenchyma type of cell, and among the cell wall becomes thick due to the deposition of these cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. Some cells have tannins. Okay, these collenchyma type of the cells have a prominent nucleus. Okay, so if you see here, this one is a nucleus and all cell organelles including the vacuole. Collenchyma type of the cells are living type of the cells. They contains living protoplasm. They have a nucleus. Along with nucleus, all the membrane bounded cell organelles are present within the cytoplasm. Okay, so they have prominent nucleus and all cell organelles. That means endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, mitochondria, chloroplast, ribosomes, lysosomes, peroxisomes, all type of the cell organelles are present within the cell along with vacuole. A large vacuole is present in the center. Very rarely they have chloroplast, and thus they participate in the food production by means of the photosynthesis. Actually, these are the cells only they possesses cellulose, hemicellulose and pectinous substances. Sometimes they possesses the chloroplast also, and if chloroplast is present, this chloroplast participates in the process of the photosynthesis, in the process of food preparation. So the collenchyma have very rarely chloroplast, and if such a type of a chloroplast present, then they participate in the process of food synthesis. Just see the types of the collenchyma tissue. Based on the thickness of the cell wall and arrangement of collenchyma, there are three types. First one is a angular collenchyma, then lacunar collenchyma, and third one is a lamellar collenchyma. So just see the angular collenchyma. This one is a figure of angular collenchyma. This is a lacunar collenchyma, and the third one is a lamellar collenchyma. Just see angular one. In cross section, these cells are angled and polygonal in appearance. Okay, polygonal, the shape, and angular shape. So these cells are angular and polygonal. Okay, thickening material is deposited only at the corners of the cell. Suppose this one is the cell, then this one will be the deposited material. So this is the region where the collenchyma is present. So collenchyma is present at the corners. Okay, so thickening material, which is the thickening material? Cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin is a thickening material present in the collenchyma type of the cell. So this thickening material is deposited at the corners of the cells. Cells are compactly packed without any intercellular space. Okay, so such a type of cells do not have a intercellular space. Okay, what is intercellular space? The space enclosed by means of the cells, it is called as the intercellular space. If you see this one, then this one will be the region of intercellular space. Okay, the space present in between the cell will be the intercellular space. So such a cells are compactly packed without any intercellular space. Common type of collenchyma found below the epidermis as a hypodermis one. Okay, just see about the lacunar collenchyma, or this lacunar collenchyma is also called as a tubular collenchyma. Okay, so this is a lacunar or tubular collenchyma. What is the difference? These are with intercellular spaces. Okay, these cells are with intercellular spaces. This if you see this one figure, you will observe these are the intercellular spaces. Okay, so the lacunar or tubular collenchyma show intercellular spaces. Wall thickening is restricted around the intercellular spaces. If you see this one figure, so if you observe this there will be such a type of a intercellular spaces will be present, and the wall thickening is deposited along these intercellular spaces. Okay, so here wall thickening will be present. So intercellular space is present and wall thickening is present around the intercellular space, then it is called as a lacunar collenchyma. Cell appears spherical to oval in a cross section and usually occurs in the fruit walls. Okay. And third one type is a plate or lamellar collenchyma. So this one is a figure of a lamellar collenchyma. Wall thickening is restricted to the tangential walls of the cells. Where is the tangential wall? If you see here, suppose this is the layer, this one is a layer, actually cell layer, this one becomes the tangential wall. Okay, so this is a tangential wall, and when wall thickening is present along the tangential walls, then this collenchyma is called the lamellar collenchyma. So wall thickening is restricted to the tangential walls of the cells. Okay, due to this, cell appeared to be arranged as a tangential rows or layers. Just this one look like a brick work. Such a type of a brick work will be present. Okay, and this collenchyma will act as a cemetery material. So due to this thickening, cell appear to be arranged as a tangential row or layers. Cells compactly packed without any intercellular space. Okay, so angular collenchyma and lamellar collenchyma do not show the presence of intercellular space. It is the collenchyma, tubular collenchyma or lacunar collenchyma which shows the intercellular space, and generally lamellar collenchyma occurs in the petiole of the leaves. Just see the functions of the collenchyma tissue. First one function is the strength and protection. If you see the collenchyma, even it is a simple permanent type of a tissue, but generally it is considered as a mechanical tissue. Okay, and what is mechanical tissue? The mechanical tissue is that tissue which provides mechanical support to the plant organ or plant itself. So strength and protection is the first one function. It provides rigidity to the developing plant part due to the polysaccharide deposition in their cell wall. Which are the polysaccharide? Cellulose, hemicellulose, pectinous. These are actually the carbohydrate substances. Okay, so these are the polysaccharide deposits. So due to the deposition of such type of substances, this collenchyma provides rigidity to the plant. Second one function is a support, giving additional backup to the growing plant parts such as the stem and leaves to withstand stresses. Generally, if you see the mechanical tissue system, then there are different types of the strains and stresses. Okay, where I-shaped girders play very important role. What are the I-shaped girders? Suppose if you take such a type of a shape, English letter I, okay, so superior quality of material is placed at the region of flanges, while inferior quality material is placed in the web region. Okay, so when we consider I-shaped girder, these regions of flanges are deposited by means of a mechanical tissue. Okay, so cholenchyma itself forms the eye-shaped girdle in the dicot stem. In the leaves, when they are present at the margins, they help in the shearing stress. In case of leaves, shearing stress, and in case of stem, in extensibility type of stress is provided by means of this mechanical tissue. So support giving additional backup to the growing plant parts like stem, leaves to withstand different types of the stress. Growth helping in elongation and development of plants. Of course, it is a mechanical tissue, therefore it helps in the growth of the plant. Storage is the next one function. Storage of defensive antibacterial compounds that protect the plant against bacterial invasion. Plant shows defense mechanism, and this defensive products which are present among the plants, which are actually not phytotoxic, these substances are toxic to the pathogens. So pathogen toxic substances are stored by the plants in the region of hypodermal region, in the region of hypodermis. Okay, so storage of defensive antibacterial compounds, not only the antibacterial compounds but antifungal type of compounds are also present in the plants, which protect the plant against bacterial invasion. Invasion is the entry. Okay, bacterial or fungal entry of the plant is restricted by means of such a type of a toxic compounds which are already present among the plants. Usually phenolic type of the products play very important role against the pathogen, the disease causal agent. And last one function is the food production. Chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast containing cells help the plant to produce the food by the process of photosynthesis. Very rarely the cholenchyma type of the cell contains the chloroplast, and if such a type of a chloroplast present among the cholenchyma, then it perform the function of photosynthesis also. So this is about the cholenchyma type of the cell. Rest of the part we will see in the next one video. Till then, goodbye.